welcome and thanks for joining us on this edition of News 2. I'm Sandra Singh. Topping our newscast, a local group is asking GERS to deny giving Tibbar Energy $15 million to build their digester plant. The group says retirement and other local agencies haven't considered all the pieces before agreeing to lend out the pensioners' money. News 2's Erica Parsons has that story.
Some St. Croix residents say giving Tibbar Energy $15 million from the government's retirement system is a bad idea.
I think is a bad investment for the GRS.
A local group made up of farmers, retirees, and concerned citizens are trying to gather 1,000 signatures to take to the GRS board. They say Tibbar hasn't been properly vetted.
This is a company just started up, have never did this kind of research. So we are coming like guinea pig. They have never done this research, burning this grass with 2,000 acres in a digester.
Tibbar inked a 25-year deal with WAPA to provide power from biofuel developed from giant king grass. The $15 million would help build a 7-megawatt plant for the conversion. The GRS board hasn't closed the deal with Tibbar. They've only authorized retirement to begin due diligence on the company.
No decision has been made to give them the money. After we receive the results of the investigation from our financial advisor, based on his recommendation, then the board would make a decision.
The petitioners' concerns stem from issues with the environmental impact of the king grass, as well as the company's leadership.
Who are these individuals? Which is Tanya Tom Smith and her husband Aaron Smith. Get to find out that her husband, Aaron Smith, was convicted in the United States for racketeering, contaminating a well. We have to protect our farmland.
They're also worried about the pensioners who haven't yet been paid.
GRS board have done approve the first part of this $15 million without even saying no kind of collateral. They have no kind of collateral. They have no land. They have no assets. But we are giving them our $15 million where individuals have worked for the government 30 years, retired from October, November, and they receive a check yet.
GRS board chair Liger said they're willing to consider the signatures, but they have the responsibility of making sound investments, and if their financial team gives the go-ahead, more than likely, that's what they'll do. Erica Parsons, News 2.
Now, News 2 will keep you updated on the developments in this story. In other news, good news, the rolling blackouts in the St. Thomas-St. John district ended Wednesday morning. Repairs began on Unit 18 Tuesday afternoon and were completed Wednesday, bringing the unit back online. Officials had implemented a feeder rotation schedule since Sunday, when 2 units went down and a third was offline to prepare for the conversion to LPG. Unit 14 was repaired on Monday night and brought back online by Tuesday. Golden Grove inmate Jazeel Fenton was advised of his rights before Magistrate Judge Jessica Gallivan on Monday morning, charged with promoting prison contraband. According to an affidavit, the Special Gang Intelligence Task Force inside the prison was conducting random searches on March 10th. Officers searched Fenton's cell and found a homemade knife under his sheet, a partially smoked marijuana cigarette, a cell phone, and lighter. Bail was set at $10,000 and he remains jailed, unable to post the bail. And because he's also being detained on another charge of first-degree assault, police said in March 2010, Fenton, who was 17 at the time, shot his adult girlfriend after an argument. Fenton has been detained at Golden Grove since the age of 18. Report what you know about the following crimes or any other crimes at www.crimestoppersusvi.org or by calling 1-800-222-TIPS. That's 8477. You can also text USVI plus your message to crimes at 274-637. Crime Stoppers reminds you that you will remain anonymous and could earn a cash reward as police continue to investigate. With that in mind, here's this week's Crime Stoppers report on St. Thomas on Saturday, July 26, about 10:15 p.m. Multiple gunshots were fired in the Current Terrace housing community as reported to 911. Responding officers found the lifeless body of a 21-year-old male, later identified as Shaquille Purcell, with multiple gunshot wounds. He was seated in a chair at the rear of building number 8. Please contact the Major Crimes Unit at 642-8449 911 or Crime Stoppers with any information you may have. Over on St. John on July 21st, police received a report of a burglary in the area of Chocolate Hole. The complainant stated that the home was left locked and secured on July 19th about 5:30 p.m. Upon return on July 21st at 8:50 a.m., the resident discovered that someone had broken into the home and had stolen several items, including a 50-inch Panasonic flat-screen TV, a 32-inch Sansor TV, a wicker magazine basket, and a knife set. Please report what you know or if you saw any suspicious vehicles in the neighborhood. Now, in St. Croix, police are continuing to investigate the mid-morning armed robbery at the Racino at Randall Doc James racetrack on July 17th. Initial reports indicate that about 10 a.m., 3 masked gunmen stormed the Racino area and held up the workers at gunpoint. The gunmen robbed the tellers of a significant but undisclosed amount of money before making their getaway in a dark-colored vehicle. If you heard talk about the robbery or know someone who might have been involved, please let Crime Stoppers be your anonymous gateway to inform law enforcement. United States Attorney Ronald Sharp is encouraging law enforcement and child welfare agencies to take advantage of a new model policy. The Department of Justice's Office of Justice program, in partnership with the International Association of Chiefs of Police, today released a model policy regarding police interaction with children who are impacted when a parent is arrested and law enforcement carries out its investigative and arrest responsibilities. The resulting model policy, called Safeguarding Children of Arrested Parents, was first announced in 2013 during a White House Champions of Change event. Webinars and a number of training sessions and conferences around the country are being planned. You can log on to www.bja.gov. On Tuesday, the VIPD sent out a release, as we reported, warning children and adults about the dangerous internet challenges. Now, several community groups and individuals have contacted the VIPD asking for additional information. Everyone is invited to hear more, as the VIPD in the St. Croix district will hold a meeting on Thursday, August 7th at the Patrick Sweeney Pavilion at 5:30 p.m.
It's called the Pass Out Challenge or the Sleep Challenge, and videos are being circulated all over social media. This challenge is done by one person bending over and breathing so heavily that they hyperventilate, and then they quickly stand up. Another person then puts pressure on their chest until they pass out. Some St. Croix teenagers participated in this dangerous activity recently, which caused a female to pass out and begin having seizures. She was rushed to the hospital for treatment.
Hackers have stolen personal information from more than 1 billion people, turning our attention overseas, and the extent of the data breach is just becoming known. Tara Mergener is in Washington, D.C. with details.
A gang of Russian hackers appears to have pulled off the largest known online data breach. Hold Security, a Milwaukee-based cybersecurity firm, says the Russian hackers have stolen 1.2 billion unique username and password combinations. The thieves have more than 500 million email addresses. They collected the information from 420,000 websites, both big and small.
We don't know which sites have been accessed. Again, 420,000 have been exposed, and that's pretty disconcerting.
The cyber gang is based in south-central Russia. It took less than a dozen hackers, all in their 20s, to collect the massive amount of data.
Hold Security told the New York Times it planned to alert law enforcement after making its research public, but there's little chance the hackers would ever stand trial in the U.S.
When you're crossing country lines like this, it's actually very difficult to track down these hackers and very difficult to put them in jail.
Security experts say internet users should assume their info has been stolen and change passwords. But there is increasing concern passwords aren't enough to keep personal information out of the hands of determined hackers. Tara Mergener for CBS News, Washington.
While keeping our eye on the economy, Walgreens says it's staying put in the U.S. nation's largest pharmacy chain. They announced it will maintain its corporate headquarters in Chicago. It had originally considered a move to Europe, but decided the IRS would not approve the plan. Internet radio pioneer Pandora has struck its first ever direct licensing deal with music label Merlin. That means Merlin represented artists could get more airplay. For Pandora, the move helps improve relations with artists who have complained about the royalties on digital streaming services being too low. Here's a look at the New York Stock Exchange with our stock market watch. The Dow, Nasdaq, S&P all up, the Dow 17, Nasdaq 2. Coming up on News 2, our summer fun segment. How about hanging out with some very friendly sea lions? We'll tell you where. Plus, this morning, many were on the streets in the BVI celebrating the 60th anniversary during the Rise and Shine tramp. But August Monday was the main parade. Some highlights. Time for our summer fun segment, and they call the Coral World home. Have you met these guys? Get up close and personal with these lovable South American sea lions in this unique deep water swim interaction. Guests can jump right in and swim with the sea lions. They are very affectionate and they will swim right up, allowing you to pet them, snuggle in close, and even pose for some unforgettable pictures. You will learn everything about these amazing animals by spending some quality time with them, playing sea lion games and getting their very own sea lion kisses. Coral World is open Sunday through Thursday, but closed on Friday and Saturday. There are some summer specials going on for locals during the month of August. On Thursday, a special buy one activity, get one activity half off. Summer rate in effect Monday to Thursday. Kids at Heart on Sunday. Well, this morning, many were on the streets in the BVI celebrating the 60th anniversary during the Rise and Shine tramp. But August Monday was the main parade, and that morning also began with an early morning tramp. The slogan is 60 years of celebrations with cultural class. VI Festival 2014, Let's Play Mass. Waterfront Drive lit up with colorful costumes depicting some elements of the Virgin Islands culture, such as this one with the Treasures Troupe, with music from Shaw featuring HP the Band. Now this year, there were 65 entries, and it's not over yet, and the ferries are still in service. There was also another parade today on Thursday, a fisherman tournament coming up, a torchlight procession, and a cultural program. On Friday, it's Carrot Bay Culturals Day with donkey races, grease pig races, and entertainment. And Saturday, everyone heads to Iris Freeman Festival for last lap distribution of prizes and fireworks. Now, each night in the village, of course, there's a huge lineup of the bands. A new Head Start facility that was met with some opposition in its early stages is under construction. The Frederickstead project is part of the Department of Human Services' goal to combine all its smaller daycare facilities under one roof. The preschool is expected to be completed by November and totals close to $4 million. It will have 10 classrooms and a number of other amenities. It's being built on the campus of the Claudio Macro Elementary School. Before the project began, the teachers' union and a number of parents raised objections after they weren't given adequate notice about the project. They also brought up concerns that the Claudio Macro students would be affected by the noise as well as the pollution from the ongoing construction. Virgin Islands author Tiffany Unique is back home. Now, Unique is the author of the short story collections, including her new novel, Land and Love Drowning. The graduates of All Saints Cathedral School has been featured in Oprah's magazine, has written for the Wall Street Journal, and that's just a few accolades under her belt. Now, on Wednesday, she met with fans at the Monsanto Marine Terminal in Crown Bay. On Friday, another reading and book signing is planned at the VI Council on the Arts from 5:30 to 7:30, and then on Saturday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. for a beach line at Megan's Bay Beach, shed number 4. You can meet her. Now, we will hear from Unique on Thursday. The USVI chapter of the American Red Cross will be in St. John, hoping to recruit some volunteers. People interested in helping their neighbors in times of need can participate in the two-day meeting, which will take place in the Bethany Moravian Church on Friday, August 15th and Saturday, August 16th. Now, this two-day meeting will provide an orientation of the Red Cross's services provided in the community and its role in disaster relief. You can call 340-774-0375 or 340-778-5014. That's St. Thomas and St. Croix. The American Red Cross disaster responders have expertise in damage assessment, mass care, health service, disaster, mental health, and client casework. Again, you can call those numbers for more information. Be sure to stick around. Your News 2 AccuWeather forecast is coming up next.